What's up, everybody? It's your girl Erica from the Classic Climb blog, coming to you, yes, on a late night, talking about the pitfalls of the PPP. Yes, the Payment Protection Program. I know it's shiny, it's new. Everybody's signing up for the emergency loans and saving jobs, and the news is giving you all these different ideals about what it is and what it shouldn't be. But here's the thing. There's no such thing as free money. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Now, yes, with the Payment Protection Program, you will have the option to not pay for probably 6 months. Most people that are receiving it now will make their first payments in November, and they will have 2 years to pay it back. Two. That's the majority of folks. 2 years to pay it back. Why is that important? You need to make a decision. Will your business be recovering in that time frame? Will your business even be able to pay that money back? The biggest thing people have to understand is the key here is, why are the big companies giving the PPP back? They knew they may not be able to do 74% of the budget to payroll and the 26% to utilities and mortgages of buildings. Most companies that you saw, the steakhouses, the burger joints, they were thinking they were going to use that money for what? Lease, keep the building running, keep high-end staff, and let go of lower-end staff. That is not the case. And that is why you saw a lot of companies giving the money back. Now, if you see the screen, you'll see a lot of the main guy I'm talking about here tonight, is he got $2 million on the PPP and is now in jail. Why is it important? This is government money. There's no such thing as a free lunch. And he used a bulk of the funds to pay back child support. This immediately put a red flag in the system, especially if you have back child support of high numbers. Also, if they believe his staff was making $19,000 a month, he probably had a lot of flags, and the system was just pumping things away. That is correct. EIDL was $1,000 to $10,000 in an emergency, but there are several people now getting the loan from SBA that can go up to $150,000, and it goes out for 30 years of payments. 12 months, no payments, and then 30 years of payments. Now, many people are like, why would he do that? He knew he was going to get caught, and how did he get caught so fast? This is government funds, and there is an attempt to, anybody over $2 million is going to get an automatic audit. It even says in the documents of the PPP, when you take the loan and you fill out the DocuSign, you at any time can be audited. At any time, they can call up and come see your books. At any time, they can do anything. Like, hey, we want to see your books right now. And you have to do it. You have to show it. This is why when we say there's no free lunch, there really is no free lunch in this economy. Okay. Back child support. He literally took government funds and moved it from one account to another account. There wasn't any sophistication here, is the best way I want to say it in a nice way. There are several people who will run money through multiple accounts in multiple ways and pay employees that don't exist. And I mean, I've even heard stories, truck scam. I've even heard stories from truckers. Like, I paid for 2 of our truckers to come to Austin, Texas to get into the trucks for a job. Well, our mechanic who was supposed to pick them up on time didn't pick them up for an hour. These guys immediately thought they were scammed. And I said, well, why would someone do that? And he said, there are a lot of trucking companies, I'm not saying no names, who will pay for you to come. Here's a ticket to come. Well, you never hear from them. They never make it to the office. And that company gets to claim that they hired all these employees over the course of a year and all these different people quit. Because guess what? If the driver was in such desperate conditions that he needed a Greyhound ticket to get there to your business, he probably won't even have enough money to Uber himself to your office. And this actually has happened to 2 of my staff, where I hired them and they were in such dire straits, they literally came with the bags and the clothes on their back. So someone in the chat said he also was running a trucking scam. I'm not surprised. Just going to say that from the article I'm reading. I thought I was going to be able to share it, but it's not allowing me. The United States Department of Justice revealed the arrest Wednesday explaining Faye, who goes by the name Arkansas Mo. Sorry. Arkansas, Mo, has been arrested on federal bank fraud charges arising from the PPP. Listen to me, you guys. This is bedtime is no time to play, okay? The PPP provides forgivable loans to small business to help cover up to 8 weeks of payroll, interest on mortgages, rent, and utilities amid the ongoing coronavirus. Yes, I said it. I'm not scared of getting demonetized. I'm not worried about it. The program is established under the CARES Act, okay? Now, he's 37. Part of the loan was obtained through Flame Trucking, a Georgia corporation that he's the sole owner of. Wow. I'm going to take a deep breath because this is absolutely ridiculous. On April 15th, again, April 15th, that was almost a month ago. He got the money quite quickly. April 15th, he submitted the PPP loan to United Community Bank, explaining that the business had over 107 employees and an average monthly payroll of $1.4 million. He requested a loan of $3.7 million and said it would be used to maintain workers and, wow, this guy's a dummy, maintain payroll or mortgage interest, lease, and utility payments. Now, United Bank ended up granting Faye a loan of $0.45,800, basically $2 million. Okay. Now, first, if you had 100 trucks in the trucking industry, you would be known. You would have so many lines of credit. You wouldn't even need to be. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna finish. Okay. According to the United States U.S. Department of Justice, Faye allegedly used over $1.5 million of the loan to buy $85,000 worth of jewelry, including a Rolex presidential watch, a diamond bracelet, and a 5.7 carat diamond ring. Faye also, this is where he got caught up, allegedly used funds to pay $40,000 in child support. The U.S. Department of Justice said, honey, that's where they got him. The purchase of jewelry and the payment of child support are not authorized uses of PPP funds. I dare not believe this guy was idiot enough to go literally from one bank account to the next, but from the looks of it, he was. He was interviewed by federal agents about spending on May 6th. Good grief, he got his money faster than most people. However, the federal agents searched his home and they allegedly seized $80,000 in cash, including the $9,400 that Faye allegedly had on his person. They also discovered jewelry and found a 2019 Rolls-Royce Wraith. United States Department of Justice also revealed the agency's 3 bank accounts in which Faye has allegedly transferred $500,000 over PPP. He's not even doing it in a smart way. He's just like moving from one bank to the next. No, you can't transfer. You have to. Oh, that's not how you water funds. It's not. He made the initial court appearance on Wednesday. The defendant allegedly stole money meant to assist hard-hit employees. I'm just okay. Okay, let's. All right, that's done. Okay, let's take it back. Tanisha Stark, thank you. He owns no trucks. I'm sorry, you guys. I just want you to understand the average truck is $35,000. If you get it at auction, $15,000 to $35,000. If old boy had 100 trucks, even if he didn't have 100 drivers, there would be banks lined up down the street to give him short-term funding. He wouldn't even need the PPP. He wouldn't even need it. He wouldn't even need it. He would be like, no thanks. Let me see what you got here. Sorry. And here's the thing. I mean, he probably was literally, and let me just make it very clear. Your bank is a snitch. Your bank was like snitching the day one. The day one, you weren't buying trucks. Day one, you got $2 million. Day one, your bank was like, snitch, right? Because your bank will get paid for snitching, whether they want to be honest or not. So day one, when he started moving high volume amounts over $20,000, $40,000. Now let's be clear. I'm a business owner who moves high amounts of money from bank account to bank account, but it's not like that. It's process. You're writing checks, you're doing different things. I have over 7 businesses that have high income amounts coming in. One of them actually deals with government contracts. Nothing else touches that bank account because it's that serious. You cannot ever try to scam me. Ever. Oh my God, ever. I mean, I'm going to read some of that again, but I want you to understand this. Did that trucking scam happen to your uncle? Sinister. Listen. So when my employees got to the office, they looked so relieved, and I'm like, "What's going on? Sorry for the late pickup. Yeah, we thought we got. I'm like, who would do that? Apparently, a lot of little companies, no names, get these guys bus tickets, get them there, get them to fill out their paperwork. I mean, literally, we told the guys, hey, just fill your paperwork out, and when you come in, drop it off. And they didn't fill it out. They waited till they got there and then filled it out in the office. And I'm like, why are you wasting time, dude? You could have filled the paper out on the bus. They're like, well, we thought we got. This happens a lot, where companies will do what? They'll get tax incentives for hiring employees that magically get fired quickly. Yeah, it happens, unfortunately, and that I'm learning. No fit time. The article of Victoria Nims, there's several places. You can read it in people.com. You can literally just go Atlanta Star, Arkansas Mo charged with bank fraud. Now, let's not be alone with this. Chris Christie, I've done a video on that. I'll link it somewhere in here. Also was charged with bank fraud. Got like $5 million. Well, they only can prove the $2 million we messed with. When it comes to banks and it comes to money, what I want you guys to understand with the PPP, you're going to have to keep immaculate records, 1. 2, you're really going to have to keep immaculate records for the employees you've hired and the ones you keep on. 3, at any given time, they can come and ask to look at your books unannounced. So what do you need? You need somebody on staff who's going to keep amazing books. 4, I personally have someone on staff who all they do is go look up business loans and grants all day and night for us. That's their job right now for 20 hours a week, to go look up all the business opportunities, refundable money that's possible for us. Now, many people say, well, Erica, you shouldn't do that. You should just make money itself. Listen, most businesses start off in the hole. Not every business can pre-sale. Not every business is as easy as just internet marketing. Especially when it comes to trucking, there's a lot of repair that comes along. I'll even be honest with you. I have several businesses, and there's one I don't make no damn money off of. I literally make no money off of. It's literally a learning experience. And when you talk about Rich Dad Poor Dad book, The Rich Don't Work for Money, that particular investment, I don't make anything. I literally make sure the staff's paid, the office is paid, and the truckers are paid. And it's literally like just watching and observing, and no money's made off me. There's a million ways to make money. Do not mess yourself up by taking the PPP. Again, the PPP, 74%, I don't care who you are, 74% of it has to go to employee payroll. 74%. Now, what am I trying to tell you? The government is saying, hey, I'm going to give you this money so this person doesn't go jam up the unemployment rolls. I'm working through you. Now, again, part of this year, you'll see me talk a lot more about government contracting. The reason I'm so deep into government contracting, we have actual person on staff in one of my businesses that's all she does for 20 hours a week. I'm big on the 20-hour week. Keep it low, keep it part-time. That person, all they do is go look for government grants and government contracts we can apply to. And what are the rules for us to follow, and how do we follow them? And that person puts 100% eyeballs on that project, right? So he was slick, but in the worst way. This is one of the worst. This is just about as bad as the man who responded to Trump and said he could make ventilators, and they gave him $36 million, and now he's nowhere to be found. This is on that level. It's only $2 million, and people say, Erica, it's not that bad. It's bad. You're automatically flagged. Anything over $1 million was automatically going to be flagged. And also, the government got a lot of flack for not providing truckers with money. Here's the thing. A lot of truckers don't keep great records. I know you're going to beat me in, oh, Erica, how dare you talk about truckers? They just don't. And so a lot of guys who could have qualified for the PPP, even if it was just them and one other truck, a lot of guys who could have qualified for emergency $10,000 grant, without good records, you ain't going to get it. Why is this important? There's no such thing as a free lunch, and this money will be very much scrutinized for years to come. We're spending more on the PPP and the emergency disaster relief loans than we did on our wars. This money that's being handed out that people are saying it's emergency, I paid into the system, I should get it. Listen, this nothing comes without strings. Point blank period. Pretty much. I know. I mean, here's the thing. If you're going to get $2 million, buy some trucks. I mean, he could have went and bought 5 trucks, 10 trucks, anything. Like, at least have a legit business. And here's what I want you to understand. Watch American Greed. It's a great educational tool on what not to do. 90% of the time I'm watching American Greed, and 95% of the way they're doing the right thing. Like, yeah, they're marketing, they're advertising, they're getting people, they're lining people up for their business. And then that last 5% is hella Shelly. Shady, and you're like, no, you just ruined it. It's important for you guys to understand that you can't play this game with the government. Can't. He's asking people to invest in his trucking business, said he was getting a large contract, he just needed to buy more trucks. No, look at you. Are you in Atlanta, Miss Starks? I'm about to call you Stark, as in the Stark children of Game of Thrones, bringing the truth. The winter is coming. This is unfortunate. So here's the thing. When it comes to trucks, very delicate. I am very delicate with my investments. I don't even do any more group investments because it's such a delicate tightrope of money that trucks make. Very delicate. And right now the rates are low. But you don't have to drive these low rates. You literally can tell them, I only want $2.30 a mile, and I won't do it for any less. I won't drive across country for less than $5,000, and they will give it to you. But people sometimes don't run a business like a business. They run it like a hustle. Well, I just want to go back to Atlanta this weekend, so I'm just take this load back to Atlanta. And then before you know it, over the course of a year, money ain't right. Time ain't right. You cannot play that game. I'm trying to figure out how many men is looking for this man. It's so crazy. Okay, let me see here. Atlanta is something else. With $2 million, y'all. Let me just tell you, just one more time, for those of you just coming in, again, $2 million. Okay, I want you to understand what he spent with $2 million. Again, with $2 million, he used. Now he got $2 million. He already used $1.5 million of it. What? Okay, so basically, I already used all the money. $85,000 in jewelry, including a Rolex presidential watch, a diamond bracelet, and a 5.7 carat ring. I think his baby mama has that on in the picture. They allegedly used the funds to pay $40,000 in child support, which that money will now go back to the government. It will not go to the mother. It's unfortunate. $80,000 in cash, $9,400 was on his person. So when they arrested him, they dug in his pockets. That was on his person. Also, there was a 2019 Rolls Royce Faith. You guys, I should probably do a video on what you could do with $2 million. I really should, because I mean, $2 million, you're done. You can get out the game. Get out the game. And I mean it. So let me see what you guys are talking about in here a little bit. The Nigerians from Decatur, what's that about? Are Nigerians in Decatur taking over? Let me know. Was his bank in on this? There's no way. I know. I'm starting to question that bank. Somebody in there is snitching on him. No trunks. I mean, again, you could literally have a bank over here at Prosperity Bank and take your documents and go shop around hundreds of banks, right? Hundreds of banks, and go, hey, I want to secure a line of credit. And those can make a decision to give you lines of credit. It's done. It's possible. If you have my funding course, you know about it. If you have any of the other videos I've talked about it, that happens often. People get funding from other banks, and it's not their main bank. But to me, if this was his main bank, they knew he wasn't making that kind of money. Or credit cards. He was doing credit cards or something. Not a single truck. Not a single truck. I know. Woo! Yep. Oh, sorry, no wonder. Thank you, guys. Know if he's trying. I mean, he could have bought like 10 of them. Snitching is the order of the day. It must be. There we go. Thank you, Ben the bartender. Thank you, Smokehouse, for the $14.99 super chat. Reality TV to American Greed. Not a fan of these shows, but I assume reality TV paychecks weren't enough. Hopefully, they won't ruin it for folks who really need it. He probably uses Wells Fargo. No, he actually uses, it's one community. I'm putting this bank on blast. Sorry, apparently they have very thin. United Community Bank. I hope that's not African American bank, but it may be. United Community Bank. Anybody knows what that bank is? Unfortunately, that bank is also going to get a little. So, Chris Christie. No. Chris Christie from Atlanta on reality TV. Thank you, Bank's monthly report. Child support, of course, they were like, child support was probably like, hey, where'd this money come from? You got a lump sum of money? What happened? Yeah, he did. He told him himself, unfortunately. This is true. I'm going to be very clear. I am doing a heavy focus on government contracting for the very reason that there is just a lack, even in city contracts, of people who will fill it out. You know, you'll meet minority contractors or minority electricians, and you're like, hey, did you fill out with the city? Did you do this? None of that. They did none of it. For whatever reason, they won't do it. Payroll, 74% payroll. Malik Vanderpool, as a disclaimer for this whole video, I also received the PPP, and our other company is possibly receiving the emergency disaster loan. 100% transparency. It's for employees. That's what it's for. You say how much your employees is, and you say how much your rent and utilities are. 74% payroll, 26% rent and utilities. Why? They don't want you to lose your locations. They don't want commercial space to go under. Right? It's twofer. Yeah. My CPAs are like on my back. Yes, 36 million. Go look this article up. A man responded to Trump's text saying he could make ventilators, and he got, I don't know who they knew in the White House, but they worked $36 million contract out, and like now he's a ghost in the night. Let me see if I can pull it up. He never sold ventilators. New York gave him $86 million. Excuse me, let me correct myself. Not 36 million, $86 million. An engineer landed one of the biggest state, Rona-led efforts for FEMA. Now, there's another guy who got 36 million. Again, this guy got $86 million, y'all. 86 million. And now, of course, they said his personality is he will go take a chance to do any business outside of his field. He's 50 years old, Mr. Oren Pines. He has experience in mobile communications technology, aka cell phones, internet, IT. He's worked in a number of technology-related roles, including a consultant for Google, according to his LinkedIn profile. It's unclear when Mr. Oren Pines reached out to the federal government offering to provide medical equipment. Again, y'all, I'm going to do a whole segment about supplying the government. It's just, if you guys could just know. All right, so anyway, medical equipment. Where would he get the medical equipment from? Essentially, they're saying he filled out he emailed back the form with a 28-page catalog. Whose catalog this is, I don't know. Volunteers passed on the lead to two federal officials, both who worked so basically he got snitched on as well. Oh my God. This is terrible. $86 million. Yep. So anyway, let me see. Yes. Well, when you fill out when you DocuSign for your PPP, I don't know who your bank is. Your bank should have outlined what you're using the funds for. My bank clearly, it was right there in black and white, like 74%, like majority of people, 74% payroll, 26% utilities. That's it. Because that's what I filled out. What was my payroll and my utilities? I know, Fed docs. And I'm almost thinking it wasn't him. It might have been somebody on his staff or somebody that worked with him because he don't seem bright enough. Clearly not bright enough to not pay your child support. All right. Yes, the EIDL is different. The EIDL, there are several people, if you see me posting on my Instagram, there are several people I know who've got $150,000 for the EIDL. EIDL, no payments for 12 months. Then 30 years of payments at 3.75% interest. If I were you, I would pay it back as quickly as possible. Even though they're saying things are forgivable, I would not go long term with either one of these. You have a 2-year kind of pay period with the PPP. If I were you, I'd pay it back early as well because at any given time they can go look at your books. Not that that's a bad thing, but you should keep it in mind. How do you vet a good accountant? There should be, let's just be honest, they should have an office that you can physically go to. You can book appointments with them. They have staff, a lot of documentation and referrals, honestly. I go with people that, honestly, what I did is I went on Google one day and I called up 20 companies and saw who called me back the fastest or whose staff called me back the fastest and what was the follow up for a week. Wow! Stark, the Stark daughter that we never knew from Game of Thrones. Thank you for the information. See, and again, small bank. Thank you. These small banks kind of were twisting the arm of the government, like you guys aren't giving us no money because we're small banks, and here they go messing it up. Boy, they better hope they get every dollar back. Todd Chrisley, thank you. I apologize. Everybody, go check out United Community Bank. They might be hurting. The government might put them on a shutdown. I hate to say that, but they may be on the chopping block. Let's see. Oh, Todd Chrisley? Yes. Like, essentially, they took the money and paid off more loans for their house or something. Um, that's probably why they left Atlanta. Because of the. Okay. Yes, I will say that, Charlie Lancy, yes, the contracts are long and involved, but I also would say even setting yourself up for subcontracting. I mean, part of the reason why I have a staff person that I hired to do it is so she can run around when she gets procurement, finding companies to be able to qualify to do it. Man, yeah, listen, definitely email me. Let's chat on the phone. I mean, it's possible. There you go. Working on the 88 out. Me too. I am as well. No, but when you got the emergency, like the $10,000 they were giving everybody, they did do a hard credit pool. That I have to go look that up. I'm not certain. I won't lie to you. This is actually a humidifier for my face and my sinuses. I just got off the airplane today. My face feels dry, and it's a humidifier. It's called a Hey Dewey. I live in Texas, and the air is dry, and also just daily germs. You want to moisten your face. This is very true. This is very true. My friend's an independent contractor got $150, $150,000, or $150. Clarify for us, Mark. I'm pretty sure that bank was like, "Oh, he ain't buying no trucks. Snitch time." SBA has folks. Yeah, there's even a procurement, like every city and state. There's over 300 of them, I think, total in the country that will help you for free get procurement and sell to the government. It's usually at college campuses. You just have to go to the campus, but it's on one of the websites, and I'll do a show on that later in the future. And mostly I'll do that for my Rising 20 percenters. This is called, this is Black Wealth. I actually, yes, I have the link for this shirt, so I'll just give you the link for the shirt. Let's see, I'm gonna give you a link for the shirt. If you want this shirt I'm wearing, thank you for $10 super chat. There you go. There you go. There it is in the chat. Just look online for Dewey. Hey, Dewey. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, last week was a very hard week for me. That first 10K is a relief loan and it is forgivable. That is correct. I think so. When people say, should they wait out to fix their credit? What's on your credit? You know, are you paying things off? Are you getting things in payment plans? What are you doing? So again, that's not even on our topic, but okay. And there, take her answer. My mom friend got $4,000 with no actual employees, and I applied with their real business, didn't get anything yet. I am now thinking because my credit profile is frozen, I didn't know about that. Yeah, mompreneur, they do a hard inquiry. Yep. Yes, guys know, well, clear value tax has been very helpful. Yes, we all know it. They're Google's gonna make sure they market him hardcore. That's exactly what they're checking. So why am I doing this video? Why am I talking about this? I'm going to be doing a series of like trainings where I've pre-recorded some things that we're going for, some classes, some aren't. And I just want to talk about the future of where a lot of this is going. A lot of people are focused on the PPP. A lot of people are focused on, getting this stimulus check and what is this stimulus check going to do for them? And let me be very clear. If you're not a business owner, I would not, listen to me, and I mean it with all my heart and sincerity, I would not focus on that $1,200. And I wouldn't be looking for another $1,200. I would immediately be going to focus on my skills and my task on somewhere I could get a new job or a new career. A lot of the future is going to be business related, 1099 related, work from home related, remote related. It just is going to be that way. Even if we open things back up, a lot of companies where it was before, you're not going to be going inside. So even now, in some of the ads I put out for hiring, a lot of people were first immediate response was, will this be remote? Will I work from home? I have kids. I can't work outside my home. And what you have to realize is those things are going to change. But when it comes to the government, I would not bank on, I wouldn't put my hope on, I wouldn't put my hopes on, if I was not a business owner, more money. I just wouldn't. And even if we have a second part of the year where we have a outbreak, I would not base my hopes there. Just being really honest to you guys. I think it's best to focus on what's the next step for you, if that makes sense. Um, and you'll see more of this. This is just the first story. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to see about 15, 20 more stories. About 15 to 20 for sure. We're going to see a lot of American Greed stuff, but what you're going to see is a kind of switch to where private company was providing a lot of services. You're going to have businesses provide a lot of services. You're going to have a lot of government loans in the process providing services. Why do I believe that? Why do I know that to be true? It's just the ebbs and flows of society, right? Someone was complaining earlier about their landlord, and this guy said, well, no problem. You don't have to deal with a private landlord. You can go live in government housing. And I laughed a little bit, but that is your alternative, honestly. If you don't like the private sector, you're more than welcome to go get government housing. That's your choices. Same thing when it comes to this. A lot of the unemployment is not going to last as long as people think. Yeah, me, Kevin, and him are going back and forth. Do I think the NFL will open for fans? I actually do. And the reason why I believe that, I believe just like gyms, they're going to have a wording in there when you purchase your ticket that you can't sue the NFL, you can't sue the arena, you can't sue any of that. I actually, like, I know everybody thinks I'm being dramatic, but I 100% believe that we will have an NFL season and a college football season just because of the $1 trillion it brings into our economy. And I have a feeling we're going to see football, especially I'm in the state of Texas. If Texas has anything to do about it, Texas A&M, many schools have already been making that very clear. The government is a business. If it doesn't help them, they are not helping you. Yeah, business first. Business first. There's no one coming to the rescue. But I just had to bring that up tonight. I just wanted to take a minute to think about that. Like, the government just gave somebody $2 million. They just gave $86 million out there. If you have a legit business, if you have a business that provides services, what is something you can be thinking of in a way that is actually servicing others and providing a service that you can do? This is something you're going to have to really get a pen and paper out and really think about it, because that's the trend. Point blank period. You can go right now on Amazon and go buy a bunch of books talking about our economy, but we have a sector of our economy that really, really pushes for the government to come intervene. And with that pushing, will allow bigger government pushing intervention. So, yeah, there you go. Agent J Poole. Real estate in Michigan is open again. Everybody signs aware to see property so brokers don't get sued. That's right. The disclaimer will be on the ticket and the liability will with the ticket holder. Yep. Yep. Listen, A. Cooper, I'm almost thinking the reason that you see old boy down and playing for the Buccaneers is because it's going to be some tomfoolery like that. That's true. Q4. Now, my only problem with that Q4 is the partying that goes on in the parking lot, the drinking that goes on in the parking lot. And I think that it'll be real hard to take people's temperatures somewhat. It does, unfortunately, God's no will. It puts money in the underground economy, and it puts money, again, Airbnb, hotels. I feel like you'll have a big push from the hotel industry, from the college industry, like, hey, we have to have this. So the colleges actually are open online. Like, I'm not even joking you. Like, a lot of colleges are taking students online. So again, you're going to notice that Texas A&M, any of the schools in the SEC, they already have a plan for the fall. East Carolina, the school I actually went to in North Carolina, has a plan and a football schedule for the fall. Trust me, if there's one thing I'm going to go on the numbers, trust me, you're going to have a football season in America. Just the biggest distractor you'll ever have. The mayor of Vegas is the one unique lady. That's what I'll leave that at. Yes. Yes. I will say I'm hearing a lot from people that they applied via their bank, heard nothing, crickets, applied fintech, PayPal and Chase, and all of a sudden, there's two people I've heard they applied via PayPal, and then their bank gave them a call the next day. And I was like, what's going on? So you applied 4 times. God bless you. That's crazy. Did you get it? Did you, I mean, was it worth what you applied for? Oh, for sure. They will still be, yeah. Concerts. What I'm seeing here in Texas is I'm seeing a bunch of um, events being scheduled for August. So I have an August boat party that comes up August 1st and 2nd. The company called me. The restaurant we're going to have it in, we're pretty much going to have the whole restaurant to ourselves and probably a microphone. That would be awesome. Trust me, it's going to be, things are going to be opening. Oh, for sure. For sure. But that's just what I'm seeing. That's my prediction, and that's not just my prediction out of nowhere. That's me like seeing colleges around the lower southern states go, here's our schedule. Students are gonna come back. You know what I mean? If the students aren't back physically, they're online. So again, schools are not gonna walk away from a lot of these contracts. If they let you reapply, do you have another business you want to apply with, or are you just saying the same business? Wow, Marco, congratulations. He said the PPP doesn't seem worth it to me. I had better success with the EIDL for both my businesses. I'm seeing several people get $150,000. I'm seeing several people get $45,000. So yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Follow the rules. The rules will be bent. The rules will be bent this fall, incredibly. There's just some things that make money, and football makes money for our society. I mean, football, tailgating, house parties. Look, this is what you're gonna have. You're gonna have a bunch of people who are like, nope, don't come over our house at all. Don't come over our house. Don't be over here. We're gonna just celebrate with our family. Then you're gonna have a series of people that just are like, tailgate, outside, people. They'll have a mask half on, half off as they drink throughout the day. You'll see it. I guarantee. But that's all I want to do. I just want to do a quick video tonight. I know it's late, but I just want to make sure you guys understand. With the PPP and with the EIDL, I want you to be very careful. I want you to keep amazing books. I want you to, if you have staff, treat your staff amazing. Encourage, and if not, get one person on your staff to just literally focus on sales and push it forward. The great book you guys can read is the Gary Keller's The One Thing. Everybody you had on staff has to be pushing for that. Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of people got the EID approved this past week. When did you apply, Luck Dog? If you don't mind sharing. Luck Dog, how long ago, if you could? April 1st. Ooh, yeah. That's a minute ago. I know some people applying today, and I don't know how that's going to work for them. But hey, keep hope alive. Twist your fingers. It really is. It really is. It's a community uplifter. But look, you guys, this was just a short video. I just want to talk about that. Be very careful. This guy's an idiot. Um, but they start at the high numbers. They start editing. They start auditing people at 2 million, 1 million, 3 million, 4 million. But eventually they'll start auditing lower and lower and lower. And over a 2-year period, that's a lot of time to audit people. So if I were you, I strongly suggest use it just for payroll. And if it can be forgiven, great. If not, pay that bad boy back quickly. So this is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Again, some of the trainings we'll have the tech. We'll have Kamoy and I'll have Chris on for some tech conversations. What's been going on in the tech world since all this is happening. I'll also have a video probably for my Rise to 20%ers, the road to $4 million in a year. Oh, my video that I'm working on after I was inspired by Kevin Samuel's video. was realistic expectations for the economy. And that video basically will have housing, jobs, the boom in stay-at-home moms, and why. Just the way the economy is going. So, you guys, this is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. You guys are amazing. Let's not big money growth. I don't want any of that flat coming back my way. I don't want any of that flat coming back my way. Yes, got it. Very much worth it. They shut down. Oh, they shut my dog walking business. Yeah. Good. And yes, big money growth. You can definitely come on for the tech talk. So we'll have a couple tech talks coming up, how the economy's looking and how's tech and jobs and growth in that sphere. So we'll have that coming up in the next couple weeks. So thank you guys. Thank you for letting me have a little vacation, and I'll see you guys soon.